subject. Cost sheet, there is one format, the format you need to use, and according to the format you need to only substitute the given data. That's it. So nothing is new, only cost sheet format we'll be using. Let's have a detailed discussion of this particular chapter. So the question based on cost sheet, the very easiest question is covered in RTP. It will help you to revise each and every concept which we covered in cost sheet chapter. A Limited produces a single product X. They are not producing multiple products, they are producing a single product X. During the month of December 2021, the company has produced 14,560 tons of X. So this is the quantity produced given. The details for the month of December 2021 are as follows. For production of these many units which are given in the first paragraph, they have consumed some material, and material consumption we always record as raw material consumed. Simultaneously, I will show you the solution which is suggested by the institute. In this cost sheet, first item which is recorded by them is material consumed. This is your direct material directly recorded in outer column. After this, power consumed is given 13,000 kilowatts at the rate of rupees 7 per kWh, and diesel consumed 1000 liters at the rate of rupees 93 per liter. So this both are the direct expenses for us. Whenever you are going to increase the number of hours, correct, no? Whenever you are going to increase the number of hours of your operation, your power consumption and diesel will increase. Your power and diesel consumption cost will reduce whenever you are operating your factory at lower hours. Sir, what does that mean? Whenever you are producing more quantity, this both the expenditure will increase accordingly. Whenever you are going to reduce the quantity, this both the expenditures will reduce accordingly. This both are the direct expenses, and they have recorded them before prime costs by simply multiplying the given elements. Now, next item is wages and salary and gratuity and leave encashment paid. Now, wages and salary is direct wages for us, and whatever fringe benefits if you are giving to your workers and employees, they will be treated under direct wages, like provident fund contribution, contribution to employee state insurance fund. So all the items, all are the benefits which you are giving to your workers are to be considered as wages, and that's why this both the amounts are added over here. If you check the total, before taking total, they have recorded one more expense, and that expense is given after this: hiring charges paid for HEMM, heavy earth moving machine. Heavy earth moving machine you have purchased on higher basis, and higher charges you are paying as 13 lakh, and higher charges are always direct expenses for us. If you check this question, then till this particular point, all the items which are covered, they are generally recorded under the heading of your direct cost. So total of all these elements will give you prime cost, and prime cost is computed and given in your solution. So it is very simple. After prime cost, secondary cost starts. Secondary cost item number 1. Now here list of secondary cost items are given, where point number 7 says hiring charges paid for cars used for official purpose. So this is administration overhead, but it is general administration overhead for the company because it is not related with the production. Reimbursement of diesel cost for the car, reimbursement of diesel card. If any of the personnel of your company is using his own car, then he will be claiming for the reimbursement of diesel charges, and company has paid this 20,000 amount towards reimbursement of diesel cost. So it is also administration overhead which is incurred for the general administrative purpose. The hiring charges of car attract GST under RCM. GST under RCM. Oh sir, RCM. What is the meaning of RCM? Your RCM is a reverse charge mechanism. Reverse charge mechanism. Sir, what is reverse charge mechanism? Your reverse charge mechanism means is the case where you won't be able to claim any credit. ITC is not available here. Sir, ITC is not available means what? It means you have to pay this 5%. So whenever you are hiring the cars, it attracts GST, and whenever it is available without credit, that means this is the extra expenditure which you need to incur, and this expense is also to be recorded under general administration overhead because it is related to the hiring of cars. If you are hiring the machinery hire charges are direct expenses, but car hire charges is administration expenditure. Point number 10. Maintenance cost paid for weighing bridge used for weighing of final goods at the time of dispatch, 7,000 rupees. 7,000 rupees is your maintenance cost, which is your selling overhead, which we are using at the final stage. AMC, annual maintenance charges. Cost for CCTV installed in weighing bridge, again this bridge related item, and factory premises is 6,000 and 18,000 per month respectively. So 6,000 rupees is your selling overhead, whereas 18,000 rupees amount is available with us. This 18,000 amount is related to your factory premises, and this factory premises amount we should record it under factory overhead. It is pretty clearly given. Now TA and DA, sir, what is that? Traveling allowance and dearness allowance, and hotel bill paid for sales manager is given. Whatever expense you are incurring for selling activity, whatever expenses you are incurring for sales manager, sales personnel, sales representative. Now these all representative related expenses we are going to record under selling overheads, and this is something given in the question. Point number 13, the company has 180 employees, works for 26 days in a month. Now each worker is going to work for 26 days, and in all 180 employees are there with company. So there will be total 4680 man days available with company. Sir, what is the meaning of man days? If all men, 180 men are going to work for 26 days, then how many productive days are to be worked? That is what I have computed by simply multiplying the same. Sir, what is the use of this? Let's see. Point number 1 says prepare cost sheet for the month of December. Monthly cost sheet we need to prepare by putting all the relative amounts. Compute the earning per man shift, that is EMS, and output per man shift for the month of December 2021. So whatever cost we are going to incur, that cost we will be dividing by total man shift, that is man days. So we are going to get the per man day man shift earning, as well as output we need to express by using the same parameter. See here. Now till prime cost, everything we have discussed. After prime cost, if you remember the cost sheet format, the next item which we record is your factory related expenses, and factory related expenses is available with us. Factory related expenses are 18,000 rupees. Done. Now 18,000 rupees are recorded here. See, after prime cost they have recorded 18,000 rupees. Yes, after adjusting factory related expenditure you are going to get total, and that total is generally called as gross factory cost. But as opening stock of WIP, closing stock of WIP is not available with us, your gross factory cost and net factory cost, works cost is same. After work cost, if you remember guys, we record 5 elements. They are research and development cost, not given. Quality control cost, not given. Administration overhead related to production, not given in the question. Primary packing cost, not given. Sale of scrap is not given. Hence, your factory cost and cost of production is same. After cost of production, we add opening stock of finished goods, we deduct closing stock of finished goods. They are also not given. That's why your cost of production and COGS both are same. And after COGS, all remaining expenses which are related with administration general as well as your selling and distribution you need to record. So if you check, all the expenses which we have marked as your administration, selling, these all expenses they have recorded in the systematic order, and finally TA, DA is also recorded. After recording everything, they have computed the total cost. Your total cost is also called as cost of sales, and this cost of sales is given. Question point number A is asking us to show the total cost or total benefits or total earnings on the basis of per man shift. So for calculating earning per man shift, very first you should calculate the total employee benefit paid. Total employee benefit paid are 2. We have paid them wages, we have paid them gratuity and leave encashment. So both the values are added here. Total labor cost, total wage cost is divided by using your man days, which is 4680, which we computed while discussing the question. You can see here already this computation is done. In the second part of the discussion, which is given, below the cost sheet. See, 180 employees into 26 days. When you multiply them, you got this 4680 value. If employee cost you are recording with this, you are going to get EMS, that is earning per man shift. And if you want to express your output, what is the total output produced by the company? Read the first line of the question, please. Now, first paragraph says 14,560 tons products are produced, and if you want to express them according to man shift, you need to divide them by man shift. You are going to get your answer. This was the easiest question of cost sheet, covering various new points which we have analyzed and posted according to our format. So this is the end of cost sheet, guys. Let's start with the next chapter without wasting time. Till now 5 chapters we have revised. Now after that, the very